In the pastoral landscapes of Canaan, Joseph, the favored son of Jacob, lived a life of privilege. Born in Jacob's later years to his cherished wife Rachel, Joseph was gifted a vibrant coat of many colors, an unmistakable mark of favoritism that ignited the flames of envy among his brothers. Joseph, a dreamer, spoke of visions where sheaves of grain and celestial bodies bowed to him, symbols of the great destiny that awaited. These dreams only stoked the fires of envy among his brothers, setting the stage for a dramatic turn of events. One fateful day, Joseph was sent to check on his brothers in Shechem, unaware of the life-changing journey ahead. As Joseph approached, his brothers saw him from afar. Envy turned into a venomous hatred, a hatred that fueled a deadly conspiracy. "Here comes that dreamer," they sneered, their words laced with contempt. "Let's kill him and throw him into one of these pits." But Reuben, the eldest brother, with a semblance of compassion, intervened. He suggested they spare Joseph's life, casting him into a pit instead, with a secret plan to rescue him later. However, before Reuben could act on his plan, a new opportunity presented itself. A group of Ishmaelite traders happened to pass by. Judah, seizing the moment, proposed a different plan: to sell Joseph into slavery. And so, swayed by Judah, the brothers sold Joseph to the traders. And so, Joseph, the favored son, was sold into slavery, his life taking a dramatic turn. In Egypt, Joseph found himself in the household of Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Though he was a slave, his exceptional character and wisdom did not go unnoticed. Potiphar, recognizing his capabilities, placed him in charge of his entire household, entrusting him with his possessions and affairs. However, Joseph's journey was far from smooth. Potiphar's wife, captivated by Joseph's handsome features, attempted to seduce him. Joseph, ever steadfast in his integrity, rejected her advances, choosing to honor his master and his own moral code. This spurned woman, fueled by her scorn, crafted a false narrative, accusing Joseph of trying to violate her. Potiphar, blinded by his wife's deceit, did not heed Joseph's pleas of innocence. The once favored son, then a trusted slave, found himself cast into the depths of the royal prison. Despite his innocence, Joseph was unjustly thrown into prison, another twist in his tumultuous journey. Even within the confines of prison, Joseph's character shone through. Despite being a victim of unjust circumstances, Joseph did not let his spirit be crushed. Instead, he rose to the occasion, his integrity and resilience unwavering even in the face of adversity. In the gloomy walls of the prison, Joseph was put in charge of the other prisoners. His leadership qualities were evident as he managed his responsibilities with grace and wisdom. He was respected by both the prisoners and the jailer, who saw a spark in Joseph that set him apart. But Joseph's time in prison was not just about survival. It was also a period of prophecy. Joseph had a unique ability, a gift, one might say. He could interpret dreams. This was not a skill he had learned or acquired, but a divine gift that he had been blessed with. In the quiet solitude of prison, Joseph interpreted the dreams of his fellow prisoners. His interpretations were not mere guesses or assumptions, but accurate predictions of the future. This ability earned him a reputation among the prisoners and the prison staff. Joseph's time in prison was a significant chapter in his story, a part of his journey that shaped him and prepared him for what was to come. In spite of adversity, Joseph remained steadfast. His journey from favored son to slave, a testament to his resilience and faith. The story of Joseph, a remarkable figure in the Bible, starts with a dream. Born into a family of 12 brothers, Joseph stood out, not for his colorful coat, but for his unique gift. He could interpret dreams. This gift, however, sparked jealousy and betrayal among his brothers. Cast into a pit and sold into slavery, Joseph's life took a dramatic turn. Little did Joseph know, This was just the beginning of a journey that would test his faith and resilience. Against all odds, Joseph's life takes an unexpected turn in the grand courts of the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh, troubled by a dream, finds no solace in the interpretations of his wise men. Joseph, remembered for his ability to decipher dreams, is summoned to the royal court. He interprets the Pharaoh's dream, predicting a cycle of 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of devastating famine. Impressed by Joseph's wisdom and insight, the Pharaoh elevates him to a position of power, second only to himself. As governor of Egypt, Joseph steps into his role with grace and determination. He creates a strategy to store up grain during the years of plenty, preparing for the inevitable lean years to come. Through his foresight and careful planning, Joseph ensures the survival of not only Egypt, but also the surrounding nations. Joseph's wisdom and foresight saved Egypt and its people from the brink of disaster. As the famine rages, Joseph's past catches up with him in the most unexpected way. The brothers who once betrayed him now stand before him, their hearts heavy with remorse and desperation. Unbeknownst to them, the powerful man they plead to for grain is their long-lost brother, Joseph. He recognizes them, but they do not recognize him. Joseph, however, doesn't reveal his identity immediately. He puts his brothers through a series of tests. He wants to know if they've changed, if they've learned the value of brotherhood that they once so callously disregarded. As he observes their actions, their words, he sees remorse, he sees change. And then, the moment of revelation comes. Joseph can no longer hold his secret. His heart overflows with emotion as he reveals himself to his brothers. "I am Joseph," he says, his voice choked with tears. His brothers are stunned, scared, and regretful. They fear retribution. They fear the wrath of a powerful man they once wronged. But Joseph, in his wisdom, sees beyond their past actions. He sees the hand of God in their deeds, guiding him to this position of power, enabling him to save many lives during this time of famine. And so, he forgives them. He forgives his brothers for their past mistakes, accepting them with open arms. In an act of extraordinary mercy, Joseph forgives his brothers, seeing God's hand in their past actions. Joseph's story doesn't end with his reunion with his family. After their emotional reunion, Joseph was overjoyed to introduce his father, Jacob, to his new life in Egypt. Jacob, overwhelmed with joy and relief to see his beloved son alive and thriving, blessed Joseph and his sons Ephraim and Manasseh. This blessing held great significance, as it ensured the continuation of God's promise to Abraham through Joseph's lineage. Joseph's family, once estranged, was now established in Egypt and flourished under his care. The boy once sold into slavery by his brothers had become the savior of his family, the deliverer of Egypt, and a symbol of divine providence. Joseph's life is a testament to God's providence, the power of forgiveness, and the strength of faith in the face of adversity. His legacy lives on, reminding us that even in the midst of trials, there is always hope for redemption and reconciliation.